This video covers how to connect a Vocom II Mini to your PC and set it up for wireless functionality. Please note that this does not cover all possible wireless setups, and if you have issues setting up your Vocom device, please contact your local IT support or dealer systems administrator. Before starting any work, please make sure you are following all necessary safety guidelines. This includes safety glasses and shoes, making sure the vehicle is in a safe location to work, the parking brake is applied, and the wheels are chocked. Also, don't forget to connect a battery charger. Before starting, let's cover how and when to reset a Vocom device. A Vocom may need to be reset if any of the following have occurred. If you are having trouble communicating with the Vocom device, if your Wi-Fi password has been updated, or if you want to use the Vocom on a PC other than the one it's paired to. To reset a Vocom, connect it to a power source, like a vehicle's OBD connector with the power supply and key in the on position. Hold the reset button down for about 5 seconds. The lights will flash while the reset is in progress. Then remove it from the power source to complete the reset. Please note that due to a security update included with the upcoming Vocom 4.4 driver release, TechTool must be manually configured to use either the Vocom Mini or the Vocom TUF. This is scheduled to be corrected in a future TechTool release. To change which device TechTool uses, open the Vocom Configurator app menu and select Mapping. With the 4.4 update, device ID slot 3 is the only one that currently works with TechTool. When you want to use a Vocom Mini, expand ID 3's device menu, select Mini, then select Save. When you want to return to using a Vocom TUF, open ID 3's device menu again, select TUF, then select Save. To set up a Vocom Mini to communicate with your PC using your shop's Wi-Fi, first make sure you are connected to your shop's wireless network. Next, open Windows PowerShell. This can be done using the Windows search function or by right-clicking on the Start menu. Type in ipconfig, then hit Enter. Record the IPv4 address and default gateway IDs for use later. Now you need to open the Vocom Configurator app. This is located in the Vocom II folder of the Start menu. Next, we need to connect the Vocom II Mini to the PC. Plug the Vocom Mini into a power source, like a vehicle's OBD connector. Be sure the power supply and key are in the on position. Open the PC's wireless connections and connect to the Vocom 2D option. Make sure the numbers shown match the serial number on the back of your Vocom II Mini. If you do not see the device listed, you may need to reset the Vocom. Select Connect, then select Connect using a security key. The security key is V2D, then the serial number of the device. So for this device, that would be V2D7300538. Select Next, then select Yes. Next, you need to pair the Vocom Mini to your PC. Select Pair Device. Don't forget to give it a unique name for easy identification, like your client ID, then select Pair to finalize. Now open the Configuration tab. Currently, the device is set up in access point mode, which allows you to connect to the device directly without using your wireless network, which is great for test drives. To set up the device to be used over your wireless network, select Infrastructure. Open the Available Wireless Networks menu, Select the same wireless network you used to get your IP information. Select the appropriate authentication. Select the appropriate encryption. Enter the wireless network's password. Please note that if you do not have any of this information, it should be available from your local IT department or dealer systems administrator. Next, activate Unicast. Enter your saved IP config data. Put the saved IPv4 address information into the host identifier address. Put the saved default gateway information into the DNS server address. Save the configuration and restart the device. When set up correctly, once the restart completes, you will see the Vocom Mini in the Configurator app, but will be connected through your wireless network. If the device is not displayed after the restart has completed, try removing and reinstalling it from the power source. If the device is still not displaying, you will need to reset the device and try again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and leave a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.